Kathakali is the traditional dance drama from the South Indian state of Kerala and is one of the oldest theatrical performing arts in the world. Kathakali, which symbolizes the visual art of Kerala, has now developed to be qualified as a universal art. It has the ability to entertain an audience of varying tastes. Deep-rooted in the themes of Hindu mythology, Kathakali, literally story performance, is a unique and harmonious combination of literature, music, dance, acting, painting and sculptural art. The structure and form of Kathakali are based exclusively on Kerala style of art, and the stories of the plays are adapted from the famous Indian epics and Puranas. A knowledge of Chaturvita Abhinaya, that is, the fourfold acting system and Puranic atmosphere, is absolutely necessary in order to relish Kathakali in its fullness. Considered as a total theatre, Kathakali reflects the vast and diversified art culture of Kerala, emerged from its ancient tradition. Originated under the patronage of kings of Kerala, Kathakali has now become the king of arts and is being performed across the world. Learning of Kathakali requires high degree of discipline and personal interest from the part of the learners. It needs 6 years exclusive practice. The optimum age for starting Kathakali training is from 7 years to 15 years. The daily training commences in the Kalari with the salutation to the Guru, the master, and the Guru accepts the salutation and gives them blessings. The initial training, Kal Sadhagam, starts with the learning of footwork. Exercise on footwork, the Kal Sadhagam, is diligently practiced every day because Kathakali gives much importance to graceful steps. This exercise is vital for ensuring agility of legs, avoidance of muscular fatigue, and beauty of physical movements. Learning of steps is done by ascension and descension of tempo, from initial stage to the 4th degree of the tempo. Students learn various kinds of stepping to the rhythmic tapping of a wooden rod on a wooden block by the master. Rhythmic movement is inevitable for an art form like Kathakali, which is based on rhythmic movements of the body. The learning of footwork is followed by the training of hand gestures called Kai Mudra. Kathakali is a form of mime show, and therefore communication through hand gestures in each situation is the mode of articulation of this art form. This art form makes use of an alphabet of mudras for communication, comprising 24 primary mudras and their derivative mudras called upamudras. The expression of ideas through mudras can be beyond the limitation of time and space. On the basis of their application, mudras can be classified as asamyudam, samyudam, samanam and mishram. The 24 fundamental mudras are as shown: Patakam, Mudrakyam, Kadagam, Mushti, Kartari Mukham, Shugatundam, Kabithagam, Hamsapaksham, Shikaram, Hamsasyam, Anjali, Ardhachandram, Mukuram, Brahmaram, Suchika Mukham, Pallavam, Tripatagam, Mrigashirsham, Sarpashiras, Vardamanagam, Aralam, Urnanabham, Mugulam, Kadagamukham. After learning hand gestures, the students start learning facial expressions. This practice is intended to enable the students to show diverse emotions through the facial expressions using eyes, eyebrows, lips and cheeks. Angiga Abhinayam is acting through body organs and are divided into 3 categories. They are action through the body, action through movements, and action through facial features. For the effective expression of emotions through facial features, good training spread over a year and a half or more is needed. All human emotions can be effectively depicted through facial expressions. This is called Rasabhinayam. Navarasas, 9 basic emotions, are manifested through appropriate facial expressions. Navarasas are as follows: Sringara, romance, Hasyam, satire. Karunam, sorrow. Raudram, anger. Veeram, valor. Bhayanakam, fearful. Bhibalsam, reversion. Albudam, wonder. Shantam, tranquility. The trainees have to practice Kannusadagam, eye exercise on a regular basis for quick movements of their eyes. Cow ghee is poured into the eyes before starting eye exercises. The next stage in the training is the synchronization of footwork with hand gestures. This is taught with specific rhythm patterns. All the organs of the body work in unison in conveying various emotions. The eyes follow the hands. The mind follows the eyes. The emotion follows the mind. And expression follows the emotion. This is the pattern on which Kathakali's action is built up. Cholliyatam is the final stage in the training program for the learners, where they practice performing their roles in Kathakali. This is the style of training in which the actor has to transmit by actions the meaning of the words in the verse sung by the background singer. The singer recites verses from the Atakada, which is the text of the play, with suitable rhythm, and the learner performs with appropriate hand gestures, movements, footwork and facial expression. Cholliyatam can be classified into three stages, that are Kuttitaram, minor characters, Edataram, middle-level characters, and Adhyasthanam, major characters. Massage is performed on the learners to make their body flexible, conforming to the artistic requirements involving subtle and delicate movements. The learners lie on the floor and the master gently massages them by treading on their body with the sole of his foot. The masseur should be expert in the field, conversant with the relevant rules of massaging. Massaging is done on the face with hand, and it gives necessary flexibility to facial muscles. After receiving massage, the learners have to take bath in an open pond. Makeup has an important part in the presentation of Kathakali. Natural dyes are applied on the face. A kind of stone known as manayola is used for yellow color. Indigo is added to yellow color to make green color. These dyes are mixed into pure coconut oil and they are collected on coconut leaves. Chailyam, another kind of stone, is used for red color. Soot collected from oil lamps is used for black color. Various types of makeup like pacha, katti, kari, tadi, minukka. The makeup starts in the green room hours before commencement of the play. The artists do facial makeup by themselves, and if needed, they can get help of co-artists. The artists are forbidden to speak to each other till the end of the makeup session. Reflect different aspects of human nature. Makeup symbolize gunas, qualities of the characters. It is designed to express the real emotions of the characters rather than their forms. The Kathakali makeup is inextricably linked with the Kerala style of painting. The final stage of the makeup is chutti kutta. The chutti, fixed on the face, has 3 or 4 layers and it's fixed on the face using rice paste. This is done by an expert chutti artist. This style of makeup has found a place in the Guinness Book of World Records on account of the length of time involved and the thickness of the material applied on the face of the artist. Chutti gives metaphysical quality and beauty to the characters. It's a kind of sculptural art that converts humans into gods, demon and superhuman characters. After the completion of makeup, the artists take the seeds of chundapu, the solanum, and rub them on their palms and also put it into their eyes. This makes the eyes red and sharp, and this imparts a special gleam to their eyes. The actor pulls up his lower eyelids and inserts the seed under it. After the makeup, the artist puts on costumes. The next stage is costuming. Tanda padapa is worn on the ankles and kachamani is worn on the shin. Different kinds of garments in different hues are used as costumes. This is called uduttukitta. When kacha, a part of the garment, is wound around the waist, the spread out ulluval is attached to it. Kacha, which is a long piece of cloth, is wound with the help of other artists. On the kacha is worn the multicolored nyori with beautiful borders. The ornamental pattuval, the red tailpiece, is fixed on both sides of the uduttukitta. Each character gets appropriate costumes. After this, the artist wears ottanaka and padiyaranjanam. Subsequently, the colourful outer garment called kuppayam is worn. Different kinds of ornaments gives elegance to Kathakali. Hastakadagam is worn on the wrist and bangles are worn on the forearm. Shoulder ornaments known as tolputa are worn on both sides of the shoulder. Below this is worn parutikamani, another ornament. Before wearing neck chain, the artist wears kollaram. The set of neck chains worn subsequently is known as karutaram. As parts of the costume, the artist wears karutunara, then pattutariyam, and finally uttariyam. Artists wear a strip of black cloth around their foreheads, and this is called talaikettuval. Thereafter, the artist puts on circular studs on their ears known as toda. Another talaikettuval is again wound around the artist's forehead. The crown is an ornament which imparts dignity to the character. Technically, the crown is known as Keshabhara Kiridam. Various types of crowns are worn according to the requirements of the character. Before the commencement of the play, the actors receive their crowns with due reverence. and they put it on their head along with prayers. The crowns are skillfully decked with gems and precious stones. A crown once put on the head cannot be removed till the end of the play. After putting on the crown, the artist binds chuttithuni around their forehead. And subsequently, they wear a rose-shaped ornament on the upper part of their ears, which is known as chevipu. Finally, the artist wears chamaram behind their crown. With this, an artist is ready to make his entry on the stage. On the Kathakali stage, singers and orchestra team perform in the background. There are two singers. The main singer is known as Ponnani, and the supporter is known as Shangadi. The first singer sounds the chengila, the gong, and Shangadi plays on elathalam, the cymbal. The percussion instruments used in Kathakali are chenda, drum played with sticks, and maddalam, drum played by hands and fingers. Percussion is played in accordance with the movements and emotions of the characters. It's not obligatory for a learner of acting to study song recital or playing of percussion instruments, but a good knowledge of song and orchestra is necessary for a successful actor. Necessary information for Kathakali viewers. Kathakali, the dance drama, is a classical performing art form involving harmonious and imaginative blending of song, action, dance, music, orchestra, and elements of painting and sculpture. The expression of character is determined by the context of the story and the situation, and it varies from time to time. Diligent practice, training and exercise are necessary for the flexibility of muscles for an actor. Hand gestures are accompanied by facial expression and body language. Let's see this example. A deer is running through the forest. The deer eats grass and is carefully watching its surroundings. It happens to hear a sound. The deer runs off frightened. See a beetle sucking honey. It flies off intoxicated after drinking honey from a lotus.